Okay, so now we have successfully completed fractions. I have taught each and everything which are really important for you to understand the concept of fractions. We have done basics to advanced, that means up to word problems. I'm going to share one more worksheet after the session, and I
Okay.
want you to do the worksheet. Make sure you get answers to all the questions, and the worksheet will be similar to the worksheet that I have with you before.
And after the lesson, can you do two things? Can you send the recording to all the lessons we've had so far? And also, what was the other thing? I forgot. I'll tell you later if it
Okay,
comes
no
to.
problem, no problem. Actually, I will send you the recordings, but it will take some time for me because I have so many classes lined up. Okay, after this again, I have a class, as I said you before. Okay, by tonight or by tomorrow morning, I will try to upload the videos that I have with me right now. Okay, to the link. You can click on the link and you can watch the videos. Is that
Okay.
clear?
Oh yeah. I remember what I was going to say. You know the test on fractions. Can you send me that too? The link.
Yes, you're going to get the link by tomorrow evening or by tomorrow night. Okay, because I just need to prepare the fractions test, and if I have them, I will share immediately. If not, I think I have that, part, but I think that is on profit and loss. But I just need to make a test and I have to send you, right? So it will take some time for me. I have so many classes in that. So if I get free time, I will frame the test and I will send you the link as well. You can click on the link to give the test. Okay, Arna? So Arna, I will definitely share each and every video. If I missed out on any video, then um, then we will look into it because there are many videos that are getting like mixed up with the other videos, other files. So I'm unable to find such videos. But whatever the videos that I will find, I will send you at my earliest. Okay? Is that all right? Fine. So I will just try to maintain another device that will help us out so that I can just share all your videos in one folder. Okay, so yeah, it will take some time for those all works. Okay, so whatever the videos that I have, whatever the videos that I have in your folder, I will upload that to the Google Drive at my earliest. Okay, if you miss some of them, no problem. Okay, you can just ask me and I will find and I will upload. If not, we can't do anything, but I will show that you will have the recordings from tomorrow. We will have all updated recordings. I'm going to create separate files to each and every student because all videos are getting mixed. Okay, yeah, so great. So from tomorrow onwards I will be creating separate folders, so we will not have any problems in respect of videos from tomorrow's class onwards, not from today's class. Okay, yeah. So now let's get started without any delay. The topic is decimals. Okay, so decimals is again one of the type of numbers which are quite similar to the fractions, I should say. But do you know what is the meaning of decimals and how many parts a decimal number has?
Yeah.
Come on, here you go.
So decimals are numbers, but they have this point, like which separates them, like that on the board. That's a decimal, and in decimals you can convert them into fractions or to percentages.
Very nice, very good. You can convert decimal numbers into percentage, you can make it into fractions, right? Yeah, as you said, we call this point as decimal point, right? Okay, do you know what this part is called?
Um, the units.
No, this part is called whole number part, dear. Okay, whole number part. Okay, Arna. What about this part? The part which comes after the decimal point. What do we call that? Fractional part.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So remember, the meaning of decimal number is a decimal point which separates the whole number part and a fractional part.
Okay.
So there are actually three parts, I should say. If I don't include the decimal point, then it will be only two parts in a decimal number. One is whole number part, the number that we get before the decimal point, and the fraction part that we get after the decimal point. Okay.
Can I write this example in my book?
Yeah, you can write it down. First of all, Arna, write down decimals as your heading.
Okay. Right.
Yes. Okay, after writing decimals as your heading, write down example, that is 4.5. The first part, that is 4, is called whole number part, and the 5 that we get after the decimal point, that is called fractional part. And also mention the point as decimal point.
Could I please go to the toilet very quickly?
Go and come fast. Yeah.
Sorry, it took long.
Yeah, no problem, dear. Shall we continue? Have you written this?
Yeah, I'm just writing the decimal point.
Okay.
How was the weather today in India?
Yeah. It is nice.
Okay. Over here it's raining and it's sunny, so 2 rainbows have come.
Wow. It's very nice.
Yeah. Okay, done.
Okay, fine. So just now we have discussed about the meaning of decimal numbers, right? Do you have any doubts up to here? No, right, Anna?
No.
Okay. So now I'm going to write a decimal number and we are going to learn how to read a decimal number. Okay. So the topic, the side heading is reading a decimal. Sorry, my handwriting is too bad right now. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. So
Can we use Microsoft Whiteboard?
pardon me.
Can we use the Microsoft Whiteboard?
We can use that. Okay, we will do one thing. We will use Microsoft Whiteboard from the next class onwards. Because if I just turn it on, then it will take some time to load and we will just waste some time. So I don't want that to happen. So write down reading a decimal number as your subheading.
Should I also write as your subheading?
No, you shouldn't write down. Okay, so now I'm going to write down a number where you have to identify and you should read that number out. Okay, so here you go.
Let me underline it. Done.
So here you go.
Okay. Should I write it down?
Before that, read out the number which is there on the screen.
4.324.
4.324. What about this?
4.5.
4.5. What about this?
3.5.
What about this?
3.5.
What about this?
3.5.
Okay, perfect. You know how to read a decimal number. So after the decimal point, whatever the result that you get, you shouldn't read like this. 4.324. That will be incorrect. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to read them individually. 4.324 like that. Okay. Very nice. So now we will learn how to write a decimal number. Then you can say, ma'am, it is too easy for me to write a decimal number. But you are going to write a decimal number in words. Okay? So, writing decimal numbers.
Okay.
Okay? Yes. So now I'm going to write a decimal number where you're going to write down that decimal number in words. Okay? So,
You said to write the subheading as reading a decimal now, should I put something underneath that?
yes, just write down 4.532 something like an example. You know, right, how to read a decimal number.
I
So no
should
need
have
to.
wrote that down as a subheading.
Pardon me?
I shouldn't have wrote that down as a subheading.
Then how you have written that?
Because you told me to.
Okay, so you have written reading a decimal number as subheading, right? Under that, write down 4.532 as an example. You know how to read, so no need to write anything as a note. Like you have to read the numbers that you get after decimal point individually like that. You know that fact, right? So no need to write that as a note. Simply start writing a decimal numbers as your next subheading. Is that clear, Arna?
Yeah.
Oh.
Writing decimal. numbers. Done.
So now write down this decimal number in words.
Oh. How?
Like 4.53
Oh.
2
No,
6.
because I didn't know whether to write the point. So
So you get to know now, right? So now here you go, write this down.
5, 3, 2. But you already wrote it down for me, so.
No problem. You can write one more example by your own and you can write it down.
Okay.
I've given you an example. If you want, you can write the same. If not, you can write your own decimal number and you can write that in words.
Okay. Six. Okay, and I'll write another example. Give me another example.
Okay. Then. Okay. So here you go.
Oh, okay. Three, two. Okay. 2, 5, 3, 4, 2. Done.
Done?
Hmm.
Okay. So can you read out the decimal number that you have written in your notebook in words?
12.5342.
Perfect. So you know how to read decimal numbers, you know how to write them, and you even know the meaning as well. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about what are the different types of decimal numbers. Then you can ask me, ma'am, what are the different types? Then yes. So as like fractions and unlike fractions, we have like decimals and unlike decimals. Okay. Yes. So before that, I would like to explain you about decimal places.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let me write down a decimal number for reference. After that, in the next class, because as we don't have enough time, we will complete the session in 8 minutes, right? I have few things to tell you. So in the next class, I'm going to talk about what is the meaning and what is the need of studying decimal numbers and what is the chart of decimal number, what is space value and place value and all. Okay.
There's a lot to discuss in the next lesson.
Yes, dear.
There's a lot to discuss in the next.
Yes. In next math class, I should say, because you're also taking science classes from me, right? Yeah, and your next class will be
tomorrow?
science.
Yeah, tomorrow will I have science?
Yes. Okay. So here I have written a decimal number that is 3.22, isn't it? So how many decimal places this decimal number has?
3.
3 places. 3 places. What are they?
units.
Mhm.
Hmm?
What are they? Can you read out those decimal
Oh.
places?
3.22.
That is a decimal number.
3 and 2.
No. See, you have to look at the fractional part of this decimal number. So we have 2 2s, right? So in the normal number system chart, from where we will start? We will start from ones, tens, hundreds, right? But in decimal chart, that means we will start with tenths. Okay, hundreds, not hundreds, hundreds. Okay,
100.
yes, hundreds, like that. Okay, so here we have two things, tenths and hundreds, right? So you have to look at the number of digits that you have after decimal point. How many digits do you have?
2.
2 digits. That means you have 2 digits in that. That means tens and hundred. That means 2 decimal places. Okay. Is that clear? If I write one more, 4.3333333333. Okay. So now, can you tell me like how many digits do we have in the decimal places?
8.
8. Okay. So if I talk about like decimals, that means those are the decimals of same decimal places. For example, 3.14 comma 3.27 comma 5.17. See, if you look at the digits that we have after decimal point, they are same, 22222, right? So those are called like decimals.
Okay.
Okay, like decimals.
Like.
If you have same decimal places, then you have to call them as like decimals. For example, this is first example. Oh, let me just
fractions.
like fractions. There, like fractions have same denominators. Here, same decimal places. Okay. So now, let me tell you one more example. 4.323, 5.333. 6.444. If you look at C, these all are same. That means 3 decimal places, 3 digits after decimal point. Okay, are you getting me, Arna?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to count the number of digits that you have after decimal point to know the decimal places. If they are same in each number, the decimal places are same. I'm not talking about the digits. The digits can be different. Okay, you have to look at the decimal places. See, this is tenths, hundreds, thousands. Again, tenths, hundreds, thousands. So same decimal places, that means they are called like decimals. Okay, Arna? Did you understand what I said? So write down like decimals as your subheading.
We only have 2 minutes left.
Why you want to leave the session just now? You said, I mean, at the beginning of the class, you said you don't have any other classes after this. It means I can take extra time if I want. Okay, don't worry. I'm not going to take any extra time, but make sure you write like decimals, I should say. And in the next class onwards, I'm going to talk about. Yeah, what happened, Anna?
Look, I was writing like fractions instead of.
Just now I said like, oh, fraction, then I said decimals. Because we just completed that fractions, right? So we will get fractions, but we shouldn't write fractions. Now we came to decimals. So we have to write like decimals.
Yeah.
Okay, so start writing it, and once you're done, let me know. Oh,
I don't know why I have that background.
Okay, so like decimals, after writing that, you have to write down the explanation.
Okay.
Just write that. Decimals with same decimal places. Or you can say decimal numbers with same decimal places.
Decimal with same.
Example 4.2, 3.1, 5.6, 1, 1, 1. That means 10th. We don't start from ones, we start from tenths. Okay.
Example 4.2, 3.5. Oh, sorry, I didn't write your. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is completely all right if you write your own examples. But it is very important for you to understand the concept. That is the main objective.
Yeah, done.
Done? Oh, okay, so that's all for today's class. In today's class, we have solved the word problems in our worksheet. You have learned what is the meaning of decimal numbers. You have learned how to read and how to write them in words. And at last, we have learned about like fractions. I mean, like decimals again. Yeah. So yes, that's all for today's class. Tomorrow you're going to have science class. Please do attend, and I will be sharing the worksheet at my earliest, and I will also update the videos. Okay. Okay, I will upload that if
My
possible.
because my dad wants to see what I've learned so far with you.
Okay, I will be sharing the Excel sheet as well. Okay, no worries in that case. But from next class onwards, we will have a separate folder, right? When we can have all recordings. Okay, dear. So that's all. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Tomorrow, bye.